So, welcome to podcast number 19, Brenny.
19? 19? Unbelievable.
That is indeed, big man. And I'm Bilko.
I'm Brenny.
And it's good to see you. Tonight we're going to crack up to the Granite City up on the northeast of Scotland, the oil city, the famous city of the famous Aberdeen, as they're called. It's a company called Fierce Beer. The award-winning Fierce Beer, which we'll touch on later on in the episode. If you want to find out about them, I'm sure if you're watching this, you've heard of them, but it's fiercebeer.com, and it tells you all about them. And I think we've been keen to try these, Brenny, I think since they did notice. Aye. So, listen, without further ado...
Over a couple of sort of wee excursions where we've tried one or two here and there, but it's never been our focus, so it's nice to get a Scottish brewer back in the scene with us, so all good, looking forward to it.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it and all, mate. So we're going to start with a Fierce Pilsner, which is a bronze award winner for Best Pilsner. As usual, we'll link to the brewer if we like them, and we'll link to the cans. We'll put the pictures of the cans. So, Brenny, I've had nothing to drink today, so it's a Saturday night, mate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Enjoy your Saturday night, bro.
So this is a classic lager style beer, cold fermented and matured slowly for a crisp, clean, full flavour. It's gluten free and vegan, and alcohol by volume is 4.2%. Now, I know Pilsner's probably one of your finest and your favouriteest, isn't it?
My favourites.
Yeah. I'm not even going to show you how much I'm protecting the beer here, mate, because it's an absolute embarrassment. In fact, I will. You can tell we've not done a podcast.
I've got see the pubs open up. I'm going to get you a ship in the bar in Heritage just so you can fucking learn to pour a beer. That
is shocking, isn't it? Oh my God. Dearie me. Sorry, mate. Listen, you crack on, mate.
No. I'm seeing all the wafts, the public flavours. You're not going to get in by a moustache. You're going to get a moustache, not an else here.
Fuck's sake. I always like to taste the head, mate, before it. Do you know what I mean? It gives you an idea of what the beer is.
You've been up with flagpole today, aye?
Right. What's that, bud?
You've been up with flagpole?
No. Mate, I'll tell you something. Talking at a flagpole, I've been seeing some of those pictures in Queen's Park today, man. The sledgers, snowboarders and all that. Listen, big man. Cheers.
Yeah.
Solid.
Huh?
There's no
Aye, get back to you. I was at a walk earlier. Queen's Park was absolutely crazy. I mean, crazy with the snowboarders, sledgers. It's great that the stay-at-home messages reverberating across everywhere.
Mate, I can't talk, man. Some of my pals were up there, man. They were on one of them had a 50-year-old sledge, you know, the metal kind of runners and all that, man. And he started off, man, he started off like, it must have went about half a mile on this, but the other boys filming him from behind. And it was just carnage, man. They were trying to get out of the way. There must have been a good 400 or 500 people there. Which, as you say, mate, obviously with the whole message, stay at home and all that, I'm all up for having people's liberty and all that, but come on. It's just a shame. So if you want to go sledging, mate, let's go up at 6 o'clock in the morning when there's nobody there, all right?
No in my back. I was just looking like an old man, laughing my head off.
Brenny, can you see I don't know if this is my glass here. I did give it a good wash, but is that cloudy? Or is yours cloudy?
It's quite cloudy.
It is. For a Pilsner, that is very cloudy, isn't it?
It is quite cloudy. I quite like it. There's not, I mean, I'm not sure again if it's... There's not much Benito, do you know what I mean?
There's not in mine either. Obviously, I probably used it all when I poured it, but mate, I don't know, man. It's quite it's quite lagery. I know as Pilsner, as would you class Pilsner as a lager, I suppose, isn't it? But it's quite. I mean, they're saying here it's crisp and clean, but I'm actually finding it quite. It's crisp enough, but I'm finding the clean that it's quite a harsh flavour. If that makes sense, it's quite a lagery.
I find it's a classic lager, which they're saying it is. I think if anything, I'm maybe a wee bit disappointed with the carbonation, if we need to. I'm not really getting the usual sort of oomph in the glass, but again, that's very similar to some other. I don't know. I like it. I'm liking it. The initial taste, etc. The one thing that's lacking is a wee bit of fizz, a wee bit of life. But I like it, and I like it in the taste sense. I think it's got a really nice.
Is it the third best Pilsner in Scotland?
Well, we're going with Calista at the top.
Well, Calista was. I don't even know if Calista was nominated, mate. But but that's what I'm saying, mate. I was expecting it to blow my mind. But again, it's hard. I probably see for a Pilsner to blow your mind. It must be quite hard because it's such a kind of a regular taste to beer drinkers that you know and dare I say it. In fact, you know something? I'm not going to do it. I'd love a pint of that, mate.
The one thing I will say about it is there's no unpleasantness about it. I mean, I'm genuinely enjoying drinking it, but I just think it's lacking certain bits of body, and it's lacking maybe that carbonation that I was expecting. But
I can't believe how cloudy it is. I wonder if that's something to do with the cold fermentation.
Maybe.
Mate, I'd love do you know what? I'd love a pint of that on draft to get the full full effect. Aye, the full effect. Maybe that's what it is.
I'm like yourself, Bilko. I'm just dreaming of it, getting back to the boozer. I'm actually having cold sweats at night and fucking thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like waking up, going like that, having dreams about being in pubs and all that, and then you wake up vividly like, nah, it's not that.
I know, mate. I mean, I hope all of yours are staying safe. I mean, recently, I know several people that have came down with coronavirus, and it is, it's definitely out there. As you know, when we do our wee backstreet beer deals, you know what I mean, it's all very social distance, don't obviously enter the premises, etc. But I just hope everybody out there is staying safe, mate, because I know we had a wee laugh there about the Queen's Park and all that, but it's so real, man. And if everybody does do what they're told, mate, we'll be back in the pub before you know it. Do you know what I'm saying, mate? And that's what we all want.
Fingers crossed.
Are you ready to score this, Biggin?
Yes, I am. I'm ready to score it.
Good, mate. On you go.
It's a classic lager style beer, as I say on the website. Can't disagree with anything that they're saying on the website. Don't think it's a classic. I'm not blown away by it, but I do like it. I do think it's a good Pilsner, good lager. Would I buy again? Probably reluctant at £2.25 for a 440ml can. I think there's better offers out there for what you can get for the same style of beer. So wouldn't they buy again? Would sesh on draft. If there was a keg of that in anywhere, I'd begin a good sesh. So I probably would sesh it, but I wouldn't buy it again. So it's a bit of a double negative there. And scores on the doors, I'm going to get a 6.5 out of 10.
Aye, it's still a 65%, mate. It's still a B minus. Mate, I can't disagree with you. I probably wouldn't buy it again. Again, more for the sake that I think there's other stuff out there. Off the top of my head, Barefaced Lager, for example, for Williams Brothers, the similar tasting. I think that's a wee bit better. But so I wouldn't buy it again either, mate. Would I session it? And this is the kind of, I don't know what the word I was going to use. They kind of surprise you that obviously, yeah, I would session it.
Bareface no dry it.
Oh, is it?
It's dry it.
It is dry gate, mate. You're right. Aye. I would session it again, yes, because I'd love to check. I mean, I'd love to go up to Aberdeen or wherever they sell it and have a couple of pints of it.
I think that's the thing. If there's a keg in anywhere, I'd love to get a good few pints of it. Have a keg. Because obviously you've only got one experience of a can, and that experience is over. And I don't think it's poured particularly well for you or for me in different classes and for different reasons. And there's not much liveliness in it at all.
Mate, as well, we've spoken about this before as well, when you see the beer, the way it looks, sometimes, it's like food. If food looks good, you normally enjoy it. And because it was cloudy, I thought, right, that's a bit weird. So that as well. Mate, I'm actually not going to be as generous as you on it. And again, I don't dislike it. But I'm only going to give it a 6, mate. I would definitely buy a couple of pints of it if it was on draft. And as you say, maybe, I don't know, maybe we can maybe look into it. Maybe it's a cold fermentation, but to call it it's definitely a classic lager style, but it's far from a classic in terms of the taste. So, but mate, we'll give it a nice cheers anyway, big kid. Cheers. How do you fucking pronounce this?
Chipotle.
Is it Chipotle?
Shut up! Fucking shut up! I'm not having that push.
Right, mate. We're rolling, big man.
And number 2 beer for the night is Dirty Sanchez. As we all know, there's a group of guys down in Wales who are Dirty Sanchez, who are absolute mentalists. I hope it's not a game because, like, quite honestly, the guy in my fucking tits. But anyway, Dirty Sanchez is a smoke porter with a nose of chocolate and wood smoke. Then we had a sombrero full of
Chipotle.
Drink with caution, amigo. Drink with caution. Always will. Always drink responsibly, folks. Let's never forget that.
For all those people doing dry January, good luck.
Those that are doing dry January, let's be honest.
We're not doing it.
Exactly. Why would you want to?
Oh, it smells. Oh, big man. Cheers, big kid. Fine Steiner.
That's a fine style. One of the best.
Oh.
that is a spicy meatiness. That's a spicy meatiness.
Oh my God, this is a real, it's a real conversation starter. This one. Oh, I love it. I love what's going on already. Just everything, man. Looking at the malts. Porters have actually became over the months, mate. I didn't think I would be a big porter fan, but porters have became kind of probably one of my favourite styles. Now I could be wrong if this one. Did these guys get an award for this one? I'm just going through.
Chipotle.
Sorry, my man. Sorry.
Do it again.
The smoky meatiness in the chili, you don't even need to register anything else. There's a smoky meatiness, chilliness to that that's incredible. I really like it. I think that's...
It's like
it's not something I would walk in and actually think I wanted.
Aye.
But that's the Dirty Sanchez about it. it's like what I said about the Welsh show earlier, I'm not a big fan of it, but like, when I watch it, I piss myself laughing. So, do you know what I mean? There's that love-hate relationship sort of thing going on where, and don't get me wrong, you know I'm a massive Porter Stout fan, I really do like Porters and Stouts. I think this has got something in there that's absolutely just taking me into somewhere. I'm like, I don't know what I want here. I don't know whether I like this or whether I don't. And that's a great thing. It's a great. I'm so. I mean, that's two sips. That's two sips.
Oh, it's mate. I'm finding it hard to disagree with you, mate. It feels as if
it's taking you everywhere. That is taking you everywhere.
Aye.
It's like so the smoky meatiness here with the chili. So I mean, where are we going here? What are we doing every time I take a drink of this? I don't actually know what you want me to taste at any second, at any time.
Mm.
That's brilliant. I like the combination of flavours, which I didn't think I would like. I actually read the can and I thought, you know what? I'm going to like this, but
it's like a meal.
Chipotle chili. Chipotle chili.
Mate, I'm getting. Honestly, are you getting chocolate? I'm not really getting.
No. You know, literally just as you said, are you getting chocolate? I am now on the downward. On the downward as it goes down. It does actually smooth the chili. Not much. Not as much as I would like. Because the chili is fucking rasping the back of the fucking throat. That's actually fucking quite harsh. That's quite. That's quite spicy.
That's spicy. I'd say I would describe this as an ideal Saturday night type of beer, man. That's what this is. It's like, you know, you've got your spice, your dare I say the curry. It's even like it's like a chorizo type kind of feeling I'm getting off it.
That is what how do you call
it? Chipotle.
That is what chorizo is. It's just Chipotle. It's Chipotle fucking for the Mexicans. Same thing, different fucking place. I apologise to every Spanish person and any Mexicans that are watching this. I really do.
Here, mate.
I'm sure but I apologise anyway.
There's loads of Spanish and Mexican people watching this now, mate.
Mostly you're Salvation. Are you going to be Salvation in this? You're going to be Salvation in this on Instagram? Just so we can get birds fucking on cans. On cans, like that. I'm not sure what cans are supposed to be haunted, but they're haunted cans.
Mate, I didn't realise how many models had Instagram on for breweries.
I love that pint. I mean, how can you keep their fingers when you love their pints so much? I know. But
I will say
it's a brand new world, Bilko. It's a brand new world that we're not really a favour here. We'll get rid of it something. We're going to Insta what? No got a clue.
Mate, I love them. I've been getting into the Instagram over the holidays there, and I'm telling you, but there's some really good, and we're having a wee laugh there about the models and stuff. You do get them, but there's some cracking accounts on there. There's one in particular. It was called. I even told Fiona about it. I think it was called Beers with Bev or something like that. It's called, and it's like this lassie. Right, she just takes a picture of her legs, and she's always wearing like joggy bottoms or leggings. But see whatever the can is, like see for example, if she was drinking this, she'd wear like black leggings with red shoes. But she's drinking these like rainbow coloured cans, and it's rainbow. I shared it to Fiona. Fiona thought it looked really stylish, but that was a really good one. And mate, I've enjoyed a big hello if anybody's watching it. Any of our new Insta followers, hello and welcome to the show. But Brenny, let's get back to this, mate. It's a chipotle. I can't believe, mate. I've always thought it was a chipotle chili.
Chipotle.
Google doesn't lie, mate. Google doesn't lie. I've been calling it chipala. I've been calling it chipala. I went to New York, and there's a brand called.
Chipotle.
And I walked in there like, geez, Chipotle. And the lassie was like, what? I was like, Chipotle. Fucking, I'm telling you, that's Chipotle.
Mate, it's dynamite. It's smoked. It's chorizo. That's what it is. That's what a chorizo is. It's a smoked, spicy chipolata. That's what it is. Mate, this is...
Chipotle.
I'm really, really surprised at how much I like this. I didn't think I was going to like it. But it's really, really good.
It's a really nice beer. It's not what I was expecting. The chili is overwhelming. It lingers. The chili lingers longer than anything.
Aye.
Which don't get me wrong. I like spice. I like chili, but I'm not getting much of the chocolate at all. So.
Well, it's like it's a false economy, Brenny, in it, because you're getting the chili aftertaste, right? And then what does that make you want to do? Have another drink here. It's like I need to cool down. Here's another drink.
Funnily enough, I got a nice bit of chocolate there. It's weird. That's weird. It's a good beer. Try it, beer.
It's a right talking beer in it, mate. I'm really glad we've not.
No! Listen, you can analyse that. You can analyse that beer every time you pour one.
Mm-hmm.
See what you go in every different pour. I'm enjoying it. It's really nice. It's really nice.
I'm enjoying it as well, mate. Are you ready to crack on? Right, big man. Just for editing purposes, if you crack on first.
Okay. So would I buy again? Yes, that's hold on, it's how much is it anyway? I'm just going. It's £3.85 a can, which is 440ml, 6.5%. So value for money. I think you're getting quite a lot of value for money in that. If you don't like spice, don't get near it. If you don't like chili, you don't like spice, do not get near this. It's really actually, it's probably spicier than most spicy foods you ever going to taste. So buy again, yes. Session, no. But that's coming down to the fact that you're not going to like session this. It's a sharer. I would say this is a sharer, Bilko.
Aye.
It's one of the ones that I prefer to split with Bilko. But given the lockdown aficionados that we are, we can't do that. So, marks out of 10. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one. Because there's hundreds of shit I love about it. Hundreds. I mean, I really actually like it, but there's a few things that just hold me back. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Solid, Mickey. Solid, mate. So, would I buy that again? A resounding yes. Just to see the reaction. The people.
Madly see how I go. I just check out. I get hundreds of chocolate there. Hundreds of chocolate. The chocolate's missing. I don't know what. I'm sitting it probably. That's probably my problem. Sorry, Bilko in the middle.
It's absolutely fine. I get where you're coming from, mate. So yes, I buy again for that reason. Would I session it? No way. Same reasons as yourself, mate. You're never going to session that. Absolutely not. Before I give my mark, mate, I'm going to take a nice big gulp of it myself because I've never ever got, you know how you get chocolate with chili in it?
Yeah.
I've never really got like the big, massive kick of chili in it. And this is like the opposite of that, innit? It's like a massive bit of chili with a tiny bit of chocolate.
That's just chili, and I'm looking for the chocolate, and you need to actually have a wee gulp.
And when you take a massive gulp of it, the initial...
You get the chocolate, residual. But see if you're sipping it, all you're getting is the chili.
Aye.
Am I right?
So, maybe we shouldn't couldn't say that. I'd find it hard to say it. I'm not going to base 7 out of 10 I can get why you've said it. It is, again, I would put a warning on this. As Brenny said, if you don't like spice,
Don't do. If you do not like spicy things, do not get near this beer.
Yep.
It's not some. Honestly, that is hot. That is hot in your mouth. Hot in your mouth. It's that's curry material. That's foul. That's foul.
But Brenny, if you do like spicy food, and if you do like, chorizo, raw chorizo, and if you like chocolate, you like porter, I would say get that. I'll give it.
Yeah, I'm not down with it.
Aye, it's an alright beer. I'm giving it a 7.3 again.
That's a good score. That's a very good score.
That's a good score because I think I'm actually getting tears in my eyes. I don't know if it's because of the chili.
I'm a bit lost with it. In the sense that I'm expecting more chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But to get the chocolate, I need to drink a bigger gulp.
Aye.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying there? Like, so if I have a wee sip, all I'm getting is chili, right? So to get the chocolate, I need to take Mary down the lamp.
Viewers, do you see what we're doing here? What we're doing is we're live tanning this can under the premise that we're trying to get chocolate.
Chocolate's only came out the can in that glass maybe twice. So, I mean, I'm not actually getting it when I'm looking for it. Does that make sense? All I've got is a burning mouth now.
Mate,
I genuinely have a burning mouth.
Mate, it holds its, one thing obviously that holds the lacing on it is just phenomenal for me, mate.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
I've got my glasses.
phenomenal. 7 point. I'm satisfied with the score, mate. Listen, Big, I think we should just give this a big cheers because it's definitely a hot number.
Listen. I would try again. I would definitely try again. Wouldn't say it, but I'd try again. We'd love to get a pint yet. We'd love to.
I would love to get a half pint of it, mate.
I would love to get a pint of it. Just take resolute what I think it in the can. Because I'm genuinely all I'm getting spice now. I am literally like my mood's burning.
Aye, it's not well. I can eat ghost chilies. But mate, I'm finding it is spicy. I can tell. I would be very wary of giving it to people. That's why I like it a wee bit better. Do you know what I'm going to do with it, mate? See, I might. It would be an absolute disservice to do this to Fierce Beer, but I would actually put that in chili, mate. I would actually make a chili and I would put a wee cup full of that in it, just for a bit of bite, man. Know what I mean? Because people do put chocolate in chili. Obviously, it's got chilies in it. People do put chorizo in it, so I think that'd be nice in a chili, actual chili.
I made a big pot of mince and ties, and I should have fucking held bath.
Had to be your chili. Cheers, mate.
Even on mince and ties. Give me back a kick.
Sorry, big man, just wanted to come back here. This is what craft beer's all about, man. For me, it's like, we'll just I'd imagine it never always tasted like this. This must have evolved over the years. And I think that's what craft beer's all about, man. Different flavours. I think that's, if you're buying anything for Fierce Beer, man, buy that as long as you're all right with a bit of kick. I actually really like that. See the chat we've just had, it's been fun, innit?
It's been fun.
Exactly, mate, sorry.
And it does, listen. The description of it is very good. I just don't think it actually fucking hit the notes of how spicy it is. Tell a lie.
It does say
a sombrero full
of
Chipotle.
chili. I mean, I can't deny it's a sombrero full, so maybe they're right.
Mate,
maybe my sombreros think about that size when they're gone full on.
so beer number 3 tonight after that Chipotle number.
After that Chipotle.
It's the perfect antidote. It's a Craniken Killer. Now, Cranachan is a traditional Scottish dessert that's made using local raspberries, and this is a pale ale crammed with raspberries and really delivers a punch of fruit. So without further ado, Brenny, coming in at ABV of 4.5%, Hop Summit, Malts Planet, Jumbo Oats, and Caramalt 30. Adjuncts, raspberry juice and concentrate. It's a lovely looking colour in it, Brenny.
Lovely.
Oh, could this be the pale ale to finally turn me?
I think possibly so.
Oh, it smells amazing, man. Cheers, Biggin.
Cheers.
Oh, it smells brilliant. Even the head's got a hint of redness to it.
Motherfucker! That is just Craniken. That is just fucking Craniken.
This is a
If nobody's had Craniken dessert, that is just a dessert and a dessert and a beer.
Mate, this is the perfect complementary beer in it to that dirty.
Oh, okay, what we just had?
Aye.
Oh, the fruitiness, it's bringing down that spice. It's bringing down that spice lovely.
I mean, Brenny was saying there, you know, it's a classic dessert. Normally it's shortbread with raspberries and cream. And it's obviously, to get a good Craniken, it's got that all over body with the food. And that is phenomenally good.
Listen, after that spicy overload, that's exactly the beer. Very well picked, Uncle, very well picked.
How much was that? $3.35 a can for the 440ml. Coming in at, well, it's 4.5%, so it's not, you're not going to, oh, Brenny, I could fucking, oh, you know I like my sours, right?
Yep.
And this is far from being a sour beer, because it's not got the kind of gum, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
That is just simply, that just went hand in hand with that dirty Sanchez.
I think the order we just done there, man, is perfect. It was a main course of spice, followed by a dessert of fruit, and geez, oh, you couldn't actually adjunct them any better. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
And
having tasted the Craniken, I'm actually gutted about how I've scored. I scored in my previous. I know that sounds better. Because I don't want to score this too highly either. But I feel as if I've underscored the 2 beers previous.
I think, Brenny, you've hit the nail on the head. I was just thinking that myself. It's like, these just go together. These two, the porter into that. You just, you know what I mean? The
perfect
transfer.
A perfect adjunct. It's like, just came together. That really has just came together.
It really is. Coming in there as well, it's another Scottish Beer Award winner for Best Fruit Forward. It won the silver medal. I can see why. I don't think, I've never really, I mean, you know me, I'm not a big fan of pale ale, but I've never really had anything, a pale ale like that before, mate. I think that's, because it's got the sour kick initially, then it just comes right down, washes down like, it's literally like the cream on a bloody, I find it quite creamy, the aftertaste.
For me, it's all about the raspberries, right? It's all about the raspberries for this beer.
Boom.
But I don't think they're going tart. I don't think they're going grossy. I don't think they're going sour. I don't think they're going for that.
Yeah, they're not.
maybe that's due to the fact that we've just had the dirty Sanchez, right? And our moods are absolutely burning. I'm not. So possibly what's happening here is that we're not getting the actual effects of that beer. We're only carrying down the effects of the previous beer with the fruitiness, the raspberries, and genuinely that is I mean, you know, I've stated on this channel for day one that I'm not particularly fond of fruit beer, tart beer, goses, sours, all the rest of it. But see, after that chili beer, that's the perfect adjunct. That's the perfect adjunct. So if you're buying a can of dirty Sanchez, make sure and buy a Craniken Killer. Make sure and buy a Craniken Killer at the same time. Because that's a good wee night in itself. See if you're only having 2 beers a night. That'd be the perfect way to go. Go for that.
It would be. You're talking what? £7 for 2 beers?
Right.
Perfect.
Right, brilliant. If you're having 2 beers and you're wanting totally contrasting tastes and effects, but one level out of the other, that's your way to go.
I'm nearly, honestly, Brenny, I'm nearly finished that. Honestly, it's probably the chili, but I just think that's, again, I just think that's superb, man. I think now that I'm beginning to get the whole fierce ethos now, I really like the fact that they're out there with that Dirty Sanchez. And I think they're quite out there with this as well, mate. But as you've summed it up perfectly, it's just that dovetails and the two of them go together as like salt and pepper or whatever you want. I don't know what you'd call it. Sweet and sour, you know what I mean? Oh, it's just superb, mate. Like a spicy chili.
I think that's a dessert beer with a main beer. And I'll be honest with you, the Dirty Sanchez with the
Chipotle.
finish is, to me, one of the most obscure tastes I've had in a long time. And that's quite obscure. Like, there's the smokiness, the meatiness, you get all that with that burning chili flavour. And to have the Craniken and tap of it, or just right after it, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Now, we're probably not. We're maybe showing a lack of knowledge here. I'd like to think we're not, but we could be. I know Fierce have been around for a while. They've got a really strong brand. There's some really good articles about them online I was reading. But is it called Cranachan Killer because it just kills the taste of the Dirty Sanchez? Is it deliberate? Do you know what I mean? For them, you have the Dirty Sanchez and then you have the Craniken Killer. Because I know these are I think these ones have been brewed, numerous times.
I think personally, I think you've got to hold every beer as its own beer.
Yeah.
So you can't expect somebody who wants to buy a chili porter to buy a dessert IPA to level it. I'm glad we have. I'm really glad we have because my mouth's still bubbling with the chili. It's still bubbling with the chili, but at least I've got a bit of the Craniken, the raspberries, all the rest of it. The sweetness to just calm it down. But my mouth is still bubbling with that Dirty Sanchez. So I don't think, maybe they have, but all I'm going to say to the viewers is that I'm going to buy the Dirty Sanchez, buy something else to level it off. And if you want a leveler,
That's it.
The Craniken's a cracking beer to fucking level off.
That is no half, man. So, Big, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Me to go?
Yes.
So would I buy again? I'm going to say no. Again, it's no duty. It's just no my style up here. Would I say it? No. But a great leveler for previous very, very hot chili beers. Scores on the doors, I quite like it. I really like it actually. It's not any way unpalatable. Really sweet, really nice. Gets the Craniken. Gets what the Craniken's all about. Which is lovely, especially after the whole other experience with the chili beer. And I'll give that a 7 out of 10.
Decent, mate. So, would I buy that again? I would buy that again, Brenny. I tell you why. I don't normally like pale ale. It's a regular viewers will know. Listen, I don't fucking like pale ale. However, I like that. I like that pale ale. So I'd definitely buy that again. Would I session it? No. It's not a sessionable type of beer. It's sweet, it's like dessert. So it's not a sessionable beer. We don't need to kind of expand on that. But anyway, I'm actually going to be so much more generous than you on that. That ticks quite a lot of boxes for me. It's got the fruit flavour, packed with raspberry. It's got the, it does what it says on the tin. It looks like Craniken. It tastes like Craniken. And it's a perfect antidote, as I said, to that Dirty Sanchez. Mate, I'm going to give that a 7.75 for me, man. And that's for a pale ale, Biggin.
It's not really a pale ale, but is it?
It's not really a pale ale, is it? It's on the verge of a fruited or something, isn't it?
I'll cheers you. It's a pale ale just today. It's a pale ale, but
Cheers, mate.
a fucking pale ale. That's not a fucking pale ale.
Cheers, mate. So, Brenny, there's a couple of things I want to mention tonight, if that's all right, Biggin.
No,
What? What do you mean, no?
I said no. Don't mention it.
First thing is, mate, obviously you're wearing it tonight. Mine's is when I was tidying up, I made it as the Widgie Session hoodie, a thick winter hoodie with gadget pockets galore. Listen, all joking aside, listen, we're going to stop doing these. After January, we're not going to be doing these anymore. If you do want one, get in touch, guys. Just get in touch with myself or Brenny. We'll do you a good deal on them. We'll do you a trade on them. Entirely up to yourselves. We're not in it to make any money, Brenny. But we have seen a lot of the guys wearing them. So we might throw up just quickly some of the guys wearing them. Now, talking of Widgie Session here, Brenny. There's a wee story we have from Bruce, our friend over in Copenhagen. Walked into his local beer shop and he was speaking to Tim, and it was what was the name of the pub again? It was the Social Beer Shop. Tim from the Social Beer Shop. Do you just want to stand up again, Brenny, and show us it? Just want to give me a Widgie Session? Widgie Session. And what that means, Tim, is would you get drunk on the lager, or the beer, or the stout, or the porter, or the McKellar, or all that other good stuff in there. So a big shout out to Tim over in Copenhagen.
Aye, you're the best, Tim.
All the best, mate.
Tim's across the world.
Brilliant, Tim. Oh, in there. And last but not least, Brenny, there's somebody I've never mentioned in the channel, and I should have mentioned them before. I want to give a wee shout out to Richie FM. Now, on a Friday night, Richie does a wee show on Twitch. What he does is he plays music. He'll sometimes do a bit of slotting. He'll sometimes do gaming. Or sometimes he'll just have a wee chat. He's got a really, really good community. The great thing about Richie is that he probably likes a swally as much as me and you, Big Kid. So not like his fruit.
Hey, Richie.
Top lad. And he also did send us a wee PayPal, and he told us to put it towards a beer. So, Richie, I'll link to you on the website, Richie. It's very much appreciated. And obviously, everybody that watches Richie FM as well. If you ever want to talk to myself, I'm normally in there on a Friday night as well. So, hello, Richie. So sorry about that. Brennan, you want to give him a shout out?
No.
I didn't think so.
I will say a couple of boys on the Huddleboard who are following the channel. I only know their usernames, I don't know their real names. Hoop for Life and Hot McGandy. We're going to get that wee Hellraise Pilsner German special going so that we can have a wee drink along. We'll get that organised, boys. I'll get you the running order, get you all sorts of, tell you where we're buying our beers for, everything else. So that'll all be coming soon. But apart from that, it's all other bands just maintain the huddle board for a great Celtic website. Nah, no bother with anything else.
With all due respect to you, Brenny, a fantastic website. Obviously, I've got connections there myself. A lot of my old colleagues, a lot of my good mates are on it. Obviously, yourself as well. A fantastic website. And I know in the past they've helped me on my charity that I was affiliated to, and it's very much appreciated. So, Celtic Cuddle Board, honestly, much respect to you. And I'm looking forward to getting involved and hopefully getting you some involved in that drink along. Is that what
drink along? That's something she maybe be saying what we're planning on doing. What we're planning on doing, folks, is getting a wee German Helles night, and we're going to pick the best Helles that's available. Best hell beer, German hell beer. We'll work it out, we'll pick 6, we'll put the running order up, how we're going to do it, and we're going to rate them all. And every one of you can watch along and agree or disagree ways and get a bit of interaction on the channel the night that we go. It's still going to be live, it'll be just me and Bilko doing it. But the night that we put it live, it'd be great to get some feedback and just take some crack and have a laugh about everything. Because, well, let's be honest, I mean, it's all subjective, isn't it?
Aye.
I'll be honest with you, I drink German hell, lager, Pilsner all the time, and it's my favourite style of beer. And there's 4 that I know that I love, that I think one's better than the other every day of the week. But I still can't separate them. But we need a winner. We need a winner. That's the way of the world. We need a winner. We need somebody to say that's the best. So that's what we're trying to do.
Well, that's the thing, mate. If you get a few people involved in that, and the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned, mate.
Agreed. I'd love a big Zoom chatting with Hoodies all day at the same time live. But obviously we can't moderate that, so we've got to do it in such ways that you've got to be.
Well, that's a good. It's always in the future as well, mate. We could maybe look at going live on Twitch or YouTube at some point in the future as well. But we'll see where we go with this, mate. And mate, I'd be well up for doing a massive Zoom. If you know, at the end of the day,
I'm up for it. See, be honest. Why would you worry yourself with anything other than just getting involved with something that you're interested in, which is drinking good beers, and that's what we're interested in. Nothing else. Drinking good beers.
So, Brenny, would I be right in saying, I mean, can we maybe reveal? In fact, we don't need to reveal any of the beers. I'm assuming that Tegerness and Augustiner will be on that show.
There will be, and Rothaus, Polliner, München Hell, and I've still got I've got two more to decide.
Right.
There's hunters out there. Augustiner, Lager, Beer, Hell.
Mate,
Tegerness.
Yeah.
Can't even say it right, but whatever it is. Rothaus are 3 that are definites. The boys on the board love the Polliner, and I had a couple of the night. I'm actually getting thrown by. I quite like it.
Brenny, you're not going to believe this, right? Obviously, you know I was up at Sauchiehall Hall Street last week getting up some. That's our year appointment up there. So I was up there. I went into Marks and Spencer's, and I wasn't getting a reception when I was standing at the craft beer bit. £2.50 for a bottle of Polliner, München Hells and Marks and Spencer's. And that was it might have been a 500ml bottle, mate. £2.50. It might have even been £2. So I should have taken a picture of that and let you know about that. So I nearly bought it, and then I thought, I've not heard Brenny talking about this one that much, so I decided not to. But just mate,
Polliner are like fucking what? They're in with the Brits in Munich. I mean, it's like part of Munich society. So there's nothing wrong with it at all. I've never really been a fan of it. Funnily enough, I had 2 bottles here tonight. There's nothing wrong with it, but like, I had 2 bottles here tonight. We see 30 miles out of Sadivston at SAS stores.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I'm worried about is like supply issues. He was already telling me supply of the hell is going to be.
Well, what we do, Brenny, what we do is we order ours first.
To be quite honest with you, I think we may end up having to do beer runs. Man.
Well, you know,
I don't mean to be political anyway. But I think we may end up having to do fucking beer runs and motors.
Well, it's something we can look at. I do know the wee beer shop obviously will be alright for the Tegernessar and Augustine. They obviously get hunters of that. And SAS, unless you've been there, I've normally got hunters of it. You've got the Key store up in Mount Florida.
Yeah.
Mate, do you know something? I've never been in the Grunt and Growler. I've never been in. So I don't know if he's going to have some. I was in another shop, I tell you, after I'd been at Marks and Spencer's.
Good spirits. Good spirits.
Aye, Good Spirits Beer Company. I was talking to the lassie, the woman, and the guy there. It was a shame because I think they were quite quiet when I went in. But I tell you something, Brenny. Some selection, mate. Fantastic selection. You're paying a wee bit more, I would say, for it. However, I did buy a couple for our upcoming podcast. And really good service, I thought, in there as well. Really nice, friendly people. And I think that's, what's the name of that street? Is it West Nile Street? In there, Good Spirits Company, wine and beer, just round the corner for the whiskey place where I like. Aye, and I didn't, mate, Brenny, I didn't even knew that existed, so fair play. If anybody's watching this and they know where you can hells, get it on the comments. Because we really are going to push this and try and get as much people involved in it. And there's nothing in it for us. All we want to do is get people into Hells because it's a really sociable beer. And also it's a really good price point as well, I think as well. Right, so beer number 4 tonight is another one from Fierce Beer. This one is called Fancy Juice. Love it. So let's talk about Fancy Juice Dipper. A big hazy brew that has been super hopped with Azacca, Citra and Columbus. It has a soft and full mouthfeel and is super easy drinking. Tropical, citrus, fantastic. Fancy indeed, big man. You ready? Malts, barley, wheat and oats, Columbus, Citra and Amarillo and Azacca on the hops. 8.5%, Penny.
Yeah.
I know that's nothing compared to all the leaves are brown. This is just chicken. This is just like a wee shandy for us, isn't it? I'll sort the camera out after I've done the pour, big man.
I'm protecting my beer with that one.
Mate, I'm protected. I think that's a beer protector and all. Mine's the same, mate. So,
Cheers.
Cheers, big man.
Definitely fancy juice.
Aye, it's not as hot bomby as a lot of the other dippers we've had recently, is it?
Oh.
It's definitely more on the IPA side, which I like. It is I think it's very hoppy actually. Do you know, out of all the dippers we've tried recently,
Yeah.
it doesn't overly taste of the 8.5%, but I can actually get a better feel of the strength of that, if that makes sense, compared to a lot of the other ones we've had, whereas it's been completely masked. I actually would respect this one just on the taste alone, But that's not a bad thing for me because I do like things to have a wee bit of a bite to them. Definitely getting the tropical feeling. Get a wee hint of kind of mango off that. Don't know about you.
Definitely get the citrus mango.
Get like the
It's actually, for me, it's very, 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 very mild. I'm not getting the alcohol kick. The granted, that might be due to my previous, but this is, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that. That's can do like a treat.
That's what I mean.
That can do.
A lot of the ones, listen, we're going to separate. See, going forward, I think we should have a phrase, mate. It's like Gamma aside, because Gamma was just different level, otherworldly. But it's like, the fact, see that, it's darker, it's not as juicy. Before we started the channel, if you'd have said to me, describe a double IPA, I would describe it more like this one is, as opposed to the ones we've been tasting, if that makes sense. It's really IPA, mate. It's quite. I quite like that as well. That's really refreshing for a dipper.
Yeah. I you get no hint of the alcohol content at all. And
dare I say it? There's a hint of caramel, like sweet caramel off that. Don't know if that's possible.
I'm getting a juiciness. And I'm getting.
Oh, it's good. That's a good beer.
I'm not getting much else other than the juiciness.
Well,
and from a can called Fancy Juice, I had to remind myself there about what we were drinking. That's not to do with anything else, by.
See, it is lovely. Now this, interestingly, Brenny, is a gold medal winner as well for the best Imperial or double IPA in the Scottish Beer Awards. I mean, what's been going on? I mean, these guys seem to be winning more awards than bloody Ant and Deck.
It's formula.
I'm just getting. That's just total mango.
It's just.
But it's also. There's a lot of hop, mate. Honestly, it's a really. I think they got off to a bad start tonight, maybe with a Pilsner, because it wasn't the strongest Pilsner for me. But they've really brought it back with the interesting beers they do, and you can tell these guys. They know what they're doing. I'm just looking at the price on this, Brenny. I mean, this wasn't cheap, this one. $5.95 this one was. But it's 8.5% ABV. 440ml can. Obviously, it's part of their small batch edition as well. I don't know about you, mate, but I really like it.
That's lovely. It's lovely. I'm getting no critical analysis of it. All I'm saying that is that's as close to Gamma that we've came.
Really? That is a bold claim, particularly.
I know it's a bold claim, but it's as close to Gamma as we've came. And I'll qualify that by saying that there's elements of it that I'm like still trying to work out. It's not smooth, but there is genuine fruity juiciness that is exactly what you're getting from other brewers. And I think it's a stand-alone tonight, that's the best beer for me.
It's a wonderful brew. Let's not kid ourselves on. That's a stunning brew. Is it the best double IPA or Imperial IPA that was produced in Scotland in the last year. If you're saying it's close to Gamma, mate, you know, you've you know, equal.
Well, that's all I'm saying is that's what it reminded me of.
It's just so.
I can't think of another beer that reminds me of that and dropping into the Gamma orders that we've had.
Big man, can I qualify my initial description of this? A lot of the time I've been feeling recently, and off camera as well, when I buy a dipper, a lot of the dippers have just been getting bombarded with juice and bombarded with stuff just for the sake of it, to mask the ABV. Whereas with Gamma, you felt as if the juiciness was part of it, it created it. So I get where you're coming from. That's what this is kind of like. It's like, it's
Are you getting the ABV after?
On my initial taste, I would say yes, I did. But I like that, mate. You know what I mean? I like the fact that I can. No, I wasn't getting an 8.5. I was maybe getting. What I was getting is, this is not to be sessioned off it. That's what I was getting the feel off it. I wasn't getting, that's, 8.5 syrupy, a clan brewing type bloody thing. I was
getting. That is 8.5, aye.
8.5%, mate. Are you surprised?
Right, I am very surprised. I'm very surprised at that. Because I'm not getting any of that.
Is it tannable?
Huh?
Wow.
More than tannable. Which is where I'm beginning to cloud my judgment. I think that's a fantastic beer. I really do. That's fancy juice. It's not that fancy. Plenty of juice. That'll knock you right out.
Mate, I actually bought All Touch actually while we're talking about this. I actually bought this off a wee beer shop with a voucher that I'd been given for my Christmas. So I bought one can of it, and then obviously I never tried it. I'd done my research and we'd obviously realised we'd spoke about doing some of the Scottish Beer Awards ones before. So I went on the website and I picked up, I think it was 11 cans, Brenny, I think it was about £48, plus £5 delivery. What I really liked was, I didn't like it personally, but the next day because it was January, they put a code out, which I think was Fierce15, and that gave you 15% off of your entire order, which I thought was really generous of them. Unfortunately, we'd missed the boat on that, but I thought that was really, really generous. So I liked that as well. So I would say perfectly, still maybe affordable, I would describe it as. But the fact they give you 15% off, I mean, it's £7.50.
The day after your order.
Obviously, Brenny, I'm not annoyed about that at all.
You're amazing. Tell the kids.
And also,
tell the kids you want £7.50 back.
But Brenny, listen, it wouldn't have annoyed me as much if when I'd opened up the box, there was a couple of beer mats or there was a couple of stickers.
What? None?
There was fuck all, mate. Nothing. Not one thing, man. Now, again, we've mentioned this before. People like Gamma, Track, Tempest, you know what I mean? Ganstaller, all produced this. So, I mean, to put a couple of beer mats in there, you know what I mean, would have been appreciated. So just a wee bit of feedback for you. But I'm not going to slag this off, Brenny, because I can tell you like it. So you ready to score it, big man? Brenny, I'll go first on this one. I know it fucks up the editing, right? I always like to go first when you like one.
Good man.
Right, so would I buy that again? Yes, I would buy that again.
Oh.
Would I session it? No chance. 8.5%. That's going to be a Bilko line in a ditch, so I wouldn't be buying that again. Sorry, I wouldn't be sessioning that, sorry. Score-wise, It's not quite as strong as the Craniken Killer for me, so I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice one.
So, big man, take it away.
So going down the usual. Would I buy it again? Yes. Yes, really actually like that beer. Really actually. It's very fruity. What's the price on that? What is
It's
that?
£5.95.
So that's the gate about the value for money. I mean, it's 8.5%. Price point, I'd say 4.75. It's a bit better. I'm just being honest. I'm being fucking honest here, man. I don't. It's not blowing. It's not blowing.
But
It's
I'm just
good.
laughing because I love the fact we should bring this in. We predict how much you should really be selling it for.
So anyway, I know, and I know I'm being overly critical with the price point. So would I buy again? Would I sesh it? No, you're not going to sesh a beer like that.
Would you have seshed it, Brenny? Would you have seshed it?
Listen. Two of them. That's a session.
Aye.
That's a session.
So
if you're not pushed after 2 rain or something seriously, I mean.
Brenny, be honest. Come on. Before I tell you the ABV, would you sesh that?
Aye.
So you'd sesh it then?
Aye.
Viewers, that was a first. I actually influenced them a wee bit because I knew he would sesh that. So score-wise, Bicky, sorry.
Score-wise, I really like it. Really juicy, really nice beer. Actually, fucking beer of the night so far for me. So I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10.
Fantastic, mate. Doesn't surprise me. It's a fantastic beer, that. I like it a lot myself.
It's lovely.
Big man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just going to keep it rolling. Whilst I've been talking, there's been a wee comment on the website tonight on the YouTube about, should we be going up to other platforms? And we've been talking about it a wee bit off camera, Brenny. So it's all up to the viewers. What we'll do is we'll look into it and we'll see if we can get some of your podcasts up online, make it a bit easier for people to listen to them, etc. Spotify, iTunes, or that. Listen, just remember that we're just a couple of novices at this, so if you've got any advice for us, get it onto the podcast.
Constructive criticism.
100%. If you can give us a wee feedback, like Ground is Key did, for example, told us about the timestamps, or these wee kind of stuff, these wee kind of things as well. Also, Brenny, I did want to mention something else, actually. Rock and Roller did a vlog the other day and he showed us his beer fridge.
Right.
So honestly, mate, he's got this beer fridge. It must have been it was like this. His beer fridge was the size of my food fridge, right? Do you know what was in it? Moretti. He had about 8 cans of Moretti, right? Which, listen, don't get me wrong. I'll drink a Moretti, as you know, right?
Of course not.
He had about 25 million cans of cola in it. So I hit Rock and Roll up, and I'm looking right now, Roll at you, and I said, "Hey, you need some craft beer in that fridge?" And he's like that. Oh no. This is a man that drinks Ron's a Kappa rum, but he says he can't handle the craft beer, Brenny. Roller, if you're watching this, we're going to send you down some hells, because hells are probably similar to Moretti, except so much better, aren't they, Brenny?
Trust me, once we get you on the German Hells Road,
I know.
You're going to be addicted. Honestly.
Brenny, Brenny, probably you thought I was going to have a wee flame at Brola there, didn't you?
No, I that was...
Roller, we love you. We're going to
Oh,
send
cool, but you're on the team anyway, it doesn't matter.
we are going to send you down some hells.
Yes.
And so before we finish up tonight, myself and Brenny thought that we would have a wee. Well, it's not really a discussion. We just thought we'd just nominate our beers of the year for last year. So, Brenny, you want to take it away first?
So my standout beer, which I've had a few of, was a Gamma, Encrypted Dimensions. I'm not even sure if they class it as a double IPA or no. I think it may just an IPA they class it as, but either way, it was a cracking beer, just full flavoured, pour it out. Absolutely delightful. You knew you had a beer, and I was lucky enough that I had a couple of cans stashed that I only had one can a night, and it was my one can a night. So you get lost in the whole time of beers. And Encrypted Dimensions for me was just an absolute standout. One beer, crack the can, pour it, sit back, stick on a Netflix or whatever, and next thing you know, you're just absolutely happy. You've watched 2 episodes, you finish your beer, and you've got your beer. And that for me summed it up. It was Encrypted Dimensions.
Brilliant, mate.
Loved it. Absolutely loved that beer. Loved that beer. Gamma Brown. Leave it and Denmark.
I'll make sure I get a picture of that for the troops, Brenny. I'll get it on the screen. For me...
What yourself, Bilko? What was your favourite beer of the year?
Surprisingly, it was the Bourbon Barrel Aged, All the Leaves Are Brown, Imperial Brown Ale from Tempest. I was surprised.
An absolute belter of beer.
It was, I'm looking at the description again, and I've actually, what I did, Brennan, believe it or not, I went out after it and I sourced it elsewhere, and I paid a lot more than I did on the website to get it again. It was just perfect. It was the classic pre-Christmas or winter or snowy weather type of ale. You just get your feet up, as you say. Get your joggies on, get the Christmas pajamas on, get the Christmas, snooty on, the hoodie, whatever, on that couch. I was like having a wee dram in a beer glass. Just the caramelness, the stickiness, everything about it, Brenny, was perfect. And I know I gave it a 9.1. I could have given it higher. I really, really, really could. So that's Bilko's beer of the year. But just to go back to the beer of tonight, Brenny, for me, I think Fierce have been decent.
Yes, I think Fierce Brewing has been fantastic. They've taken you on a journey with a couple of cans. Do you know what I mean? Like the spicy one, the Craniken one. It's amazing. It's amazing how you can sit here after 4 beers and be on a roller coaster of emotions with your mouth. And that's exactly what it is. It's a roller coaster of emotions on your mouth.
It is. It's like a roller coaster down at Cadono's in Aberdeen Beach, mate. That's what it's like.
There you are.
So, beer of the night for me, Big Gun. I don't know about you, but it's definitely for me the Craniken Killer.
It's a good beer. It's not my beer of the night. No way my beer of the night. My beer of the night is Fancy Juice.
That's
Fancy Juice.
But it's Craniken Killer, mate.
Never fucking Craniken Killer. It's fucking Fancy Juice.
Craniken.
Fancy Juice.
I'll kick your Craniken.